Right, in this video, I apologise if the torch goes red. I'll just click it until it goes white again. So it's about getting the air out of your central heating system. So there's plenty of videos out there about how to bleed the radiator, for example. You know, on every radiator there's a key at the end, and then you go from the lowest level. Once you fill your system back out of water, turn the water back on, you go from the lowest and then you work your way up to top, etc., bleeding all the air out. And there's I'm pointing in air because that's my header tank, right? That's my header tank, so it's the topest most part of the house. That's the header tank to the central heating. Now, so I've got a 3-story house, and I've got radiators on each floor. I'm getting a lack of flow to one side of the house. So what I've noticed is the boiler is directly below this kind of 25mm pipe, and it splits off that way. I can feel the heat coming off. Right, it goes off that way to that side of the house where it works, and it's at a higher level, notice. Then at a lower level, 25mm turns into like a 15mm standard pipe when it gets to about here. There's 15mm, that's 15, and you notice there's water there. The reason is, after trying to, I'm not saying it's 100% working. I think at the end of the day, the fault in here is that I need a stronger pump. I've got what you call a 50-watt pump, but it's a high quality one. It's not broken or anything, but it's just I'd probably need something like 100 watts, or maybe like a 150-watt pump for this 3-story house, because it's such a, so many radiators. I've got 9 radiators. But anyway, after I bled all the radiators, still wouldn't get. I'm getting a moderate, tiny bit of heat to this outlet. Right, it's coming out. I can feel that. That's hot. It's going off and to that. So that side of the house going down is not hot, right? But it's just kind of. It's struggling. It's kind of coming down halfway down the pipes. It's not enough to get into the radiators. Yeah. So obviously, there's loads of videos where you go balancing your radiators. Like the radiators I get the closest to the boiler, that you turn only like a quarter of a turn, and the radiators furthest away or get in trouble, you just turn them right open, right? But what I discovered is this thing here, these two. So here's the inlet from the boiler, and here's going back to return. Yeah, look here. See if you've got one of these. Couple of these in your system. So the highest point in all the pipe work isn't the top radiator bleed screw, it's this thing here. So I was worried about, what will happen if I turn it and it didn't, it started sucking in air instead. But don't forget the header tank. I use science, and I said don't be silly. The header tank's up there is going to push from down there. Hydraulic static head's about 3 foot, isn't it? It's going to push this way. So when I open the bleed screw, gas came out of this one, then it started hissing a little bit of gas and liquid. Then afterwards it was all pretty much water, a little bit of gas in that one, and then I waited until it was not hissing, wait until all their bubbles went, then I closed it up again. And no worries, it's quite, there's no like O-ring or anything like that in that screw, but it's a pretty tight fitting. It's not leaking. It's under pressure now. It's not leaking at all. So try that. See if you can bleed the topmost point on your pipe work. Right? It won't be the topmost radiator. It will be you have to go to the loft. Find something like this. Anyway, your one might even have an automatic one, but this house is 50 years old, so it's going to have like manual things. If you're worried, but they're only quite cheap online. I'll leave a link in the description, but it comes with the whole thing. Actually, if you are really worried, just have a box of O-rings ready, and if it does leak, untwist it and then put like a small O-ring on it, and then tighten the screw back up. The screw's not going to break. And as I turn that, there's no chance of this turning. The screw did turn on its own. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. I don't think anyone else has got a video out there about these topmost bleed screws, if you want to call it that. Anyway, thanks for watching. And of course, on top of that mag filter, See that magnetic field in red? There is a bleed screw there, and that's probably the second highest point. So I bled the air off that as well. I tried all sorts of things, including, believe it or not, one last thing. I thought if there's gunk inside the pipes, that's attracted to magnets, and the pipes are copper. I tried running a magnet along it, just trying to move the gunky black stuff along. It felt a slight bit of magnetism, but not much. You could try that as well. Strong.